Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ajane Robinson, filling in for Sheldon Haygood. It is 12:36 on the clock, and with school out and summer travel about to pick up, many families are already planning how they'll spend the season. But experts say that it's also the time to be mindful of how quickly those costs can add up. I know that for myself, so we're on your side with our financial advisor. We've got AJ Ruffin here with us in studio, who has some simple tips to help you guys stay ahead of the budget this season. AJ, we're so happy to have you this afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. Now, just like myself, and I know several others, we're all trying to, pinch all the pennies that we got, especially in preparation for the summer. Kids are out of school, family vacations are coming up. Tell me, why is it just so important for us to pay attention to our finances, especially right now?
Well, like you just alluded to, it's a lot of things that's going to happen in this summer. Kids are getting out of school, and so you got travel coming up, you have camps coming up, and now you don't have the school to bail you out on feeding the kids during the summertime as well. Yes. So you got to account for that. So we always remind clients and prospects always have a plan, especially when it comes down to summer, because you're traveling more frequently now. We've been talking about this entire year about the oil prices rising, how that's affecting gas pricing, and how that's having a lagging effect on everything else going forward. So when it comes down to travel, a lot of times people only think about their hotel and their airline tickets. They don't think about the transportation that they need to get back and forth to the places that they are traveling to while they're there, the food while you're eating out, the entertainment expenses behind it. So it becomes a lot, and you just need to make sure you prepare for it so it doesn't derail your financial plan, especially from a grandparent's perspective.
Of course, of course. I'm actually glad that you brought that up, because I wanted to ask you, what are some of the major mistakes people make when they're trying to plan those vacations?
Well, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they put their whole entire trip on a credit card and they don't have a plan to pay that credit card off.
Ooh,
and so
guilty.
Then that makes the vacation feel guilty. It makes it hurtful when you get back and you have that high interest debt that you have to attack, and you don't have a plan to be able to pay it off.
Right.
Always make sure whatever you're charging on the credit card that you can pay it off once you get returned from that trip, so that you can make sure that it's memorable and it's designed to be fun.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
We don't want to come back to debt, that's for sure.
Yes.
AJ, before I let you go, I wanted to ask, people are balancing and enjoying the summer while still staying on track financially. Any small tips that they can be doing? I know, obviously, let's stay away from maybe those credit cards and stuff like that, but anything small that people can do right now?
Well, always review your plan. Review your plan. Make sure that you're staying within your budget. Don't overextend yourself. This is the time to review your estate plan. Have financial conversations with your family. I always tell people, the earlier that the kids get involved in finances, the more likely they can be on the front end of knowing what's going on. Make sure you introduce things to them that they are entertained by. So, and let them pick stocks early to get into, and so they'll follow the things, the games they play, the tours. They take initiative into things like that.
Incredible. Well, AJ, we're so happy to have your expertise with us this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you.
Thank you for always.
Of course, of course. I think we're passing it over to Mickey.
That's right.